Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. I have been experimenting with a couple of options for reserve power around here. As you know, we've got a whole house generator. It's a Generac. I think it's 20,000 kilowatt, and it powers the whole house. But I've always used a UPS backup system for my electronics, and I've been experimenting with a couple of different options that I think can make an awful lot of sense for you. So stick around. So last March, I decided to invest in a Bluetti EB3A. It's rated at 268 watt hours, and I think it's rated at 600 watts with a 1200 watt surge. It's got two AC outlets, which is really what I was looking for. And what I've done with that is turned it into a separate UPS system for the electronics in my house. What I've got hooked up to it right now is my desktop computer and monitor. On the other side of the equation, I have got a regular UPS unit that I picked up a few years ago and actually had to replace the battery in it. And I went to a place called Bulbs and Batteries right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I think they may have them in your area too, but boy, are they great. They have got every kind of battery you could ever really want, with maybe one exception. I couldn't find rechargeable 18650s there, and had to order them separately. But with that being said, the UPS backup has worked very well. And what I've got hooked up to that is my wife's desktop and our router for our home security system, which is a Wyze home security system. So when the power goes out here, it goes out when it goes out, and it generally, since they buried the cables in this area, it's usually only out for a few minutes, maybe an hour. I think the longest it's been out in the last 2 years has been maybe 3 hours total, but our whole house generator kicks back in and gets everything going. But when the power goes out, the computers go down, the router goes down, the monitors go down, and everything that's hooked up to the main power in the house, just boom, it goes, and you got to restart everything. Well, I didn't want to do that, and that's why I invested in UPS. So the Bluetti, what is it, the EB3A, has really been doing its job. Picked it up in March, used it for probably 3 months or so without a single hitch. And then all of a sudden, it would overheat, I think was the issue. And it would shut right down. And it would say something like overpowered or something. You'd get an error message. And I checked it out with on the Bluetti website, and their forum has a number of folks that have commented that the same thing was happening to them. And a common solution for that was, first of all, upgrade the firmware. Well, I was already upgraded with the most recent firmware that they have available. And the second option that folks were talking about was to get one of the portable fans, computer fans. I'll show you a picture of what we got going here. And it seems to have solved the problem. It keeps the unit cool, and it actually powers itself right from the Bluetti. So when you turn it on, the Bluetti's there. It's got DC power, it's got AC power, and when you've got it plugged in, it will act as a UPS. So during the day when we've got regular power, it's on all the time. But when the power goes out, it just automatically switches to the reserve solar power in this unit, and everything stays running without a hitch. This may be one of the things that could be very helpful for you, especially if you work at home and use a computer. If you don't like going through all the gyrations of having to restart all your computers and your monitors and all that kind of stuff, this has worked pretty well for me, with the addition of the computer fan that I hooked up just about a week and a half ago, I think. And it's been running constant, no problems, no error messages, no shutdowns. So I'm hoping if you find this helpful and you are in the market for a really good unit for a UPS backup type system, then I'm going to recommend that you invest in this kind of a setup. It doesn't have to be Bluetti, and I'm not endorsed by them. I don't receive any remuneration for mentioning them in this video, but I would highly recommend that you use something like this if you are dependent on your electronic equipment. This is the Prepared Suburbanite, reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.